Hmm. Thank you for saying that. And I do believe in improv too. It's a great thing rather than any individual, the whole concept of applying improv skills to whatever we do. Anything else anybody want to add to this wonderful pile of thoughts, incentives, and feelings? Then I will thank you, my dear panelists. I'm, as you can, see, I'm speechless. I'm overwhelmed. I'm deeply moved by your input in this panel discussion. I think this was one of the most wonderful panel discussions I've ever witnessed. And thanks to you all that made it happen. And the chat was another phenomena here, because simultaneously we had wonderful, and please save the chat for yourself. It's a treasure chest. The three dots on the right. Well, you know that. So we are ending this panel discussion with whatever sign of appreciation you want to share, because it's like, thank you so much for everyone to making this happen. And we are continuing to the closing part, which is the last 30 minutes of this this meeting, this conference. And what we are doing in the closing is totally up to us. It is mainly about what next. What are we wanting to happen next? Is there something we want to say, do, or do we have any plans for the future? Do we want to continue to make this a yearly event? Or do we want to form work groups? Or do we want to, what's the story here? So let's spend the last minutes together to hear about that. Hikaru, do you want to say something? You opened the conference, and I would love to hear you say something at this point.
Yes, well, well, thank you very much. Well, and I'm so overwhelmed to hear all those stories and everything. And thank you very much for coming to this early morning, for you, David, and Nancy, both Nancy's, and Doug as well. Doug has been here for since 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, and everyone, thank you very much. And we have planned until up to the panel discussion, but then during this closing reflection and what's next, we haven't planned. So this is really open. So if anybody wants to start something, or like I'm just showing let's partner up or collaborate, I don't know if we can meet up once a year, or if we can start doing something right away.
I would suggest a chat cascade, that if you take a minute now individually and just think of what would be the next step, your wish for the next year, or based on this conference, and write it silently when you have formed a thought, a wish, a suggestion, just whatever is in your mind right now, or forms really soon in your mind. Take your time and write it into the chat, but don't press enter. So we are not, we are giving you time to really formulate one thought, one wish, one suggestion of the next step. Enter key is lava, don't touch it. burn your finger. So when you have written your part to the chat, just show your fingers in one way or another. I prefer giving myself a hand massage, a visible hand massage, so my fingers are not on the keyboard. I can show that I'm ready. So take your time. And when you have written your beautiful, oh, Nancy, you won the coffee package. You were the first. The virtual package is here. Oh, fuck. Yes, we have fingers. We see fingers. We see fingers. We see also fingers at keyboard. And take your, oh, we see a squirrel too. That's wonderful. Yeah.
It was cool because your plant is the color of your green screen, so it made it look transparent.
Yeah. I see hands, and couple non-hands, and I'm not going to wait for everyone, but I'm going to wait for almost everyone, and I'm going to count to 3 really soon, and on the count of 3 you can forget the lava and press enter. So 1, 2, 3, enter. Oh my God. Something's happening in the chat. And if you see something you want to comment on, please just open your mic and say something.
Well, could I go first? Okay. Well, this is kind of our goal, that we didn't want to finish for this first conference and then that's it, but we wanted to continue. So I would want to suggest that we can just continue and build up this wonderful community for our future educational system. So I have actually started creating this Facebook group, so as a working group. So if anybody is willing to start doing something, take an action, like we have taken an action, Simo and me, like we are collaborating, and AIFA and Kokoro no Hiro and Doninto together. So if anybody wants to collaborate, and we are very welcome, and we would love to build this wonderful, beautiful community.
Yeah. It would be wonderful to hear from you guys if you want to kind of participate in arranging. I read what David wrote, that it should happen regularly, quarterly or yearly perhaps. And I love the idea of like opening the discussion that should it be yearly or twice a year or quarterly, or what would be the resources we might collect to make this happen, and stuff like that. And also Paolo was writing about writing some papers together, and that's a possible option too. And I would like throw that back to Paolo, or whoever who would like to form a kind of a working group whose goal is to write something about this.
Yes, why not? Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
something. Okay, I will get in touch with you so to have the dresses of the participants, and
yeah,
so to decide different topics, and so whoever finds something interesting to write, we can meet and write it down. So
That sounds wonderful. And Kay is asking, I would like to see a document or report about what we discussed, and it can be shared widely to spread the word to any people and organizations that can join us in any initiatives. We have recorded the session. It's quite a long recording though, so maybe we just have to kind of edit into pieces and see what kind of documentation we might get out of it. Oh, thank you, Nancy Watt, for sharing the published paper on lowering social anxiety using applied improvisation. That's a valuable share. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. I have appreciated the comments today around mental health and fear, both from the teacher's point of view, the parents' point of view, and our students' point of view. And so managing anxiety, and it's certainly, heavens, it's certainly not the first study in this regard. We're just, trudging the road along here too.
So I think sharing is, and I thank also Nancy, the other Nancy, we were to be generous, like about like what you said, like wanting to share anything like very openly. And there is a working group, like a Facebook group, like a simple Facebook group, and the link is Hikaru by Hikaru is in the chat too. So please join the group and let's continue the exchange of ideas and links and plannings of when would be the next happening in this network. I'm excited about the quality of the discussions and all the things we did today. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I really like the word learning cafe too. Like, yeah, so maybe some of you have missed it. So maybe we can share the spreadsheet, because this is a gem. This is a gem. Like, this is the gift from everyone. So like David said, like, if we do it quarterly, then maybe we can find some better timing for everyone in the world. And we can also do the word learning cafe for 2 hours. Like this was like 6 hours long, but we can do it shorter one, but then we can do a quarterly.
That'd be really cool, especially if you could do it at a time of day that doesn't break my brain. Since my son is now up and I need to go into parenting mode, if I may, I just want to thank you, Hikaru and Simo, and also Jürgen, who I don't see here, and all of the organizers. This was such a wonderful opportunity to be able to be in conversation and to meet Mamiko and Dr. Weaver. Thank you so much. And I'm also glad to see both Doug and Nancy in the audience, who I've learned a lot from, whether they know it or not. So I wish you all an awesome rest of the day, wherever you may be on the planet. And I will look forward to talking with you all more soon. Yeah,
can you wait? Can we take a group photo? Like some of them had to leave earlier, but at least, like, these are the people who waited until the end, the conference ends. So if anybody can come, like the video on and take a photo, please come to the main room with the video on. Okay. Where's Paul? Where is Paul? Okay,
Paul,
I'm gonna put the Paul. Like, okay, so 3, 2, 1, and one more time. Oh, thank you. Okay, Shiruke. Oh, thank you. And Hikaru. Right. Well, thank you very much. So I'm gonna post it in the Facebook group, and I'm gonna send it to you. I have the mailing list. Well,
Thanks,
David,
everybody.
thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Thank you.
Yay. So
Yeah, I was just copy pasting the article. Sirke from
thank you.
Finland shared a link to the article of research of psychophysiology of improvisation. So the link is what I just copy pasted from. It was accidentally sent on private message to me. So I was just, that was the link I put there. But thank you so much for everyone, and anything we are still here. I think we could like officially call this a closing at this moment, but you are free to stay to chat. We are staying here for another 15 minutes. If you have kind of a after party feeling of staying and exchanging ideas, but officially I'm thanking Paul, Hikaru, and Jürgen, who's not here, who got sick actually and had to kind of skip this, but you know, the old pandemic thing. And in spite of the war in Europe, we are here and we are safe, and I'm grateful for that. And also I'm grateful for your participation. So thank you, everyone.
well, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. And we will continue.